Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to do a multi-faith service on the theme of community. This is a service of multi-faith readings and reflection. Therefore, you will see throughout this service prayers, scriptures, which represent some of our multi-faith community here. We encourage everyone to participate in all aspects of the service and to enjoy and celebrate those aspects that you have found most supportive and helpful to you. We hope that everyone will learn something new today, and in that spirit, keep an open mind throughout. Today I'm going to begin with an opening prayer. It's actually a prayer poem by a gentleman named Nathan. No strength to go through the motions, she hasn't seen family or friends. Trying to find something within, nothing left to give. No reason to live, her mind is out of reasons. She is dead inside, her memories fading away. She doesn't want to lose them, she tries to hold on to them. She racks her brain all day, trying to find a way to keep them fresh and vibrant. To begin, we will do a reading from the Hindu tradition. Meet together, speak together, let your minds be of one accord. As the gods of old, being of one mind, accepted their share of the sacrifice. May your counsel be common, your assembly common the mind and the thoughts of these united. A common purpose do I lay before you, and worship with your common obligation. Let your aims be common, and your hearts of one accord, and in all of you be of one mind, so you may live well together. Now a reading from the Jewish tradition, from Ecclesiastes 4:9-12. Two are better than one, because they have a good reward for their labor. For if they fall, one will lift up his companion. But woe to him who is alone when he falls, for he has no one to help him up. Again, if two lie down together, they will keep warm. But how can one be warm alone? Though one may be overpowered by another, two can withstand him. And a threefold cord is not quickly broken. Now a reading from the Muslim tradition, from the Quran 1690. Lo, Allah enjoys justice and kindness, and giving to kinsfolk, and forbids lewdness and abomination and wickedness. He exhorts you in order that you may take heed. Allah said, O my servants, I have forbidden wickedness for myself, and have made it forbidden among you. So do not do injustice to one another. Now, a reading from the Christian tradition, from 1 Corinthians 12:12-19. Just as the body is one and has many members, and all the members of the body, though many, are one body, so it is with Christ. For by one Spirit we were all baptized into one body, Jews or Greeks, slaves or free, and all were made to drink of one Spirit. For the body does not consist of one member, but of many. If the foot should say, because I am not a hand, I do not belong to this body, that would not make it any less part of the body. And if the ear should say, because I am not an eye, I do not belong to the body, that would not make it any less a part of the body. If the whole body were an eye, where would be the hearing? If the whole body were an ear, where would be the sense of smell? But as it is, God arranged the organs in the body, each one of them, as he chose. If all were a single organ, where would the body be? As it is, there are many parts, yet one body. Similar to this, we'll move to the reading from a Buddhist tradition, It says, when there's this, that comes to be. With the arising of this, that arises. When there is not this, that does not come to be. With the cessation of this, that ceases. Now, over the years, I have come to recognize just how significant community is in my life and in my overall well-being. I have experienced times in life where community was strong, where I felt I belonged, and where I felt I was contributing to something. But there have been other times in my life where I did not have this. And during those times, I would reflect and wonder, what's missing in my life? And it was during those times that I felt more lonely, less purposeful, and at times I couldn't understand what was missing. But in reflection, I come to realize that it was community. Community was what was missing in my life, and it was what I was seeking. We all seek community. I recently moved from a community that I loved and had many ties to. A community that I had grown up in. I left this community for work. And when I did this, my partner and I knew that we would have to find a new community and make an effort to seek them out. We'd moved from a big city to a small town. We had to put ourselves out into the community and join activities through which we could make friends. The first building block towards our community. From one friend grew another and another, until now we have a beautiful community of friends who join together to support one another and make our community a better place for everyone. I love my new community, and I'm so grateful for the support system that I have built within that. This isn't always easy. When we think about the different contexts that we live and work in, we realize the different communities we are a part of, or maybe we don't realize. And at times we realize what they bring to our lives, and other times we take it for granted. In the hospital, I have witnessed the importance of this community. We have our own micro-community here in the hospital with the doctors and the nurses and the varying therapists that may visit you, and the environmental services people, those who bring you your meals. We all come together as a community to serve you. And you are just as big of a part of our community as the rest. In my time with patients, I often ask questions around community. I often ask, who do you have to support you? What family do you have? Do you have friends? Who are your church community members? Who do you have in your life that is supporting you? And when we engage in these conversations, I begin to witness the strength and the resiliency that these communities bring to the patient. When we have community, whatever we're going through in life gets a little easier to tolerate. Now you may be thinking, I don't have community. Where does that leave me? Well, I would say you may feel you don't have a community, but I invite you to consider what I say in the next piece and reflect on yourself as it relates to this question of what is my community. Today's readings remind us that we can foster and develop methods that allow us to work together as a community. The Hindu reading reminds us that we must meet together, speak together, and let our minds be of one accord in order to help accept and share in our sacrifices. The Jewish reading says that two are better than one because when we fall, we have a companion to help us when we do fall. The Muslim reading reminds us that God is pleased when we share and are kind with one another. The Christian reading alludes to many members, and those members function as one body. Being a community does not mean doing extraordinary things, but doing small things together. This reminds me of Jean Maynier's reflection on community when he said, "A community is only being created when its members accept that they are not going to achieve great things, that they are not going to be heroes, but simply live each day with new hope, like children, in wonderment as the sun rises and in thanksgiving as it sets. Community is only being created when they have recognized that the greatness of humanity is to accept our insignificance, our human condition and our earth, and to thank God for having put in a finite body the seeds of eternity which are visible in small and daily gestures of love and forgiveness. The beauty of humanity is in this fidelity to the wonder of each day." This is very much in line with the Buddhist teaching that speaks of interdependent arising. The concept, also known as dependent origination, teaches that at the most profound level, all life is interconnected, that nothing exists in isolation. Simply put, it means that the real nature of individuals or events can only be correctly understood in the context of their connection with all others. When we look at it this way, we realize the importance of having community around us. We can begin to see that each of us is a unique part playing a role that impacts all the other parts around us. Likewise, the actions of others have an impact on us. We rely on one another more than we realize. So going back to that question that we had before, what about my community? Some of you might be wondering, where is my community, or who is part of my community? As a spiritual care practitioner here at the hospital, I have realized that a part of my community are the individuals to which I work with, including you. Each patient I see becomes a part of my community. The nurse who visits at your bedside, or the physiotherapist who helps you with your daily routine can become a part of your community. When you begin to notice these small parts, that's when you will start to develop your community. To close, I have a few prayers that I would like to share with you. Trusting in you, we join one another as a community of gatherers on a journey to grow ever deeper in our trust, in our love, in our desire to grow together. Along the way, let us remember the love we have for each other, of our sacrifice for each other, of our presence. Let us never lose hope along the way, to stay strong in our desire to be ever mindful of our presence. For it is in our strength and love and the graces we bestow upon each other that we can go out and share in our love and bond with all of those in our community. To finish for today, I wish to bestow another prayer upon you. This is something that I hope you can take with you throughout your day, and you can repeat it to yourself as a form of recognizing your part in the community and the significance of all the other parts that they play in your life. This is called a metta meditation from the Buddhist tradition, also known as a loving kindness prayer. May I be happy, safe, and accepted. May you be happy, safe, and accepted. May our community of York Region be happy, safe, and accepted. And may those beyond, in our province, in our country, on our planet, be happy, safe, and accepted. I hope that you will take these learnings or these readings from today and reflect on them and how community shows up in your life. And if you are struggling with who is my community, to take a moment and recognize those that are around you who support you, and possibly reconsider your concept of community, because we have a community here together as we support one another. Thank you all for joining me today and this spiritual reflection. I wish you all the best in the remainder of your day, and